our is it bi-monthly or every 2 weeks? I don't
Bi-weekly.
know.
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. Okay, bi-weekly. It's one of those weird ones. So bi-weekly show where we discuss our challenges for 2 week film challenge,
Hmm.
and we have some interesting surprises this round here. Um, and yeah, so let me get something pulled up here. Okay, so we had a little bit of an issue this round here. We weren't quite able to do what we wanted to do
No,
because Matt failed to realize um, that it
it was
was Easter
Easter.
weekend. Yeah, and so for at least for me, I spend the first weekend actually like planning
Yeah.
everything, and then the following weekend is actually when you do the shooting.
Yep.
So, especially when it involves other people, you kind of have to give them a little bit of notice. So for
Yes.
me, that notice was difficult because I didn't realize until they were like, "Oh, it's Easter weekend," and I was like, "Shit."
Well, and
So,
I ran into a similar set of circumstances. Not exclusively because it was Easter weekend, but it was when things had to happen. So mine didn't
yeah,
work out either.
yeah. I'm gonna try changing view here, so I'm not just a floating head. There we go. So, yeah. So ultimately, our projects ultimately just didn't get done. Um, it just didn't happen. So, and of course, we kind of discussed this previously, but that pretty much going forward, we're probably going to, if we have a weekend or something like that where a holiday overlaps that weekend or something like that, that we will do pick from a list of some of the easier tasks, like the ones and the twos that we have available to us. Yeah. And that way that it doesn't actually require, I don't know, I'm just plus around. It doesn't actually require us to work with someone else or rely on someone else because in
Yeah.
the grand scheme of things, the other things that can happen is that people can just back out of something or last minute
Yeah.
emergencies happen, families happen. So
Or you
having
may. Like one of the things I was worried about when we did the musical instrument one was the park that we filmed in, whether or not it was actually going to be open when we went to go film. It may
yeah,
have been closed.
yeah. So I mean, for the most part, um, yeah, that's a valid issue. I just realized there is a chat open and I failed to see it. J for Jindetta says hello or hi. Um, but anyway, so yeah, so that is kind of was a situation we of course ran into this time around, and neither of us were able to complete our projects, which is okay. I don't come empty handed, so I do have something to show. But it was more of a someone came to me, they needed to promote a purchase for an educational institution, a piece of property, and they were having a gala, an event, and they just needed someone last minute to do the video. I said, sure, I'd do it. You're an educational institution. I'd be happy to help. So, I shot it literally the week, so 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, like the weekend after we did our show. Edited it there, showed it to them. So, of course, I'll have something to show. It's nothing great. It's nothing crazy. It's just drone footage and a little bit of iPhone footage. Oh, actually, I got there and they were like, so when can we start in the location? I was like, I asked you if you want me to shoot interiors, and initially said no.
Uh,
So I didn't have any of my cameras. Otherwise, I totally would have brought the Blackmagic camera and just used that to shoot with. But no, so that's okay. I shot it on the iPhone 10. That's the phone I had with me. So I used that,
what do you
and
use
then
on your drone?
what do you mean?
Like when you're actually doing photography with your drone, are you putting like your 5D on there or an iPhone or what
No,
lens?
so the drone I have is the Phantom 3 Professional. It's an older drone, but it has a built-in camera. So it uses the
Okay.
DJI 4K camera, which
Oh,
is
okay.
has been pretty great. A lot of people swear by the Mavics, Maverick. I don't know what they're newer models, they're smaller models. They swear by 'em, and that's great. I just haven't found a reason to change it. I like the big body. It's bulky. If it runs and stuff, it generally doesn't. Mind you, I have run out of battery suddenly and had it drop from the sky. So I mean, it's still alive. It's still running. Um,
Ooh.
so there's that. And when I say
Yeah.
drop from this, it's Mav. I don't think it's Mav. I think it's Mavic, Mavic, not Maverick.
Yeah. It's Mavic. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't. I mean, not like just dropping from the heavens down, but
They land themselves. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was, but it was already like it was just the battery was. I'm guessing it's gone bad because I pulled it out the other day and it won't hold a charge anymore. And I had put a marked an X on it when I had that issue, so it won't charge now. I have 4 batteries in total, but that fourth one is so got rid of it. And then yeah, so sorry, got off track there. So yeah, it has this built-in camera, so that's what I use for the most part. But I think it was like I want to say 10 or 12 feet off the ground. It was in the middle of nowhere. We were shooting this piece of property, huge piece of yes, that's exactly where I was getting. J for Jen didn't mention. God damn it!
I saw the remark about the punch for me. I'm curious where this goes.
It wasn't a cactus; it was mesquite. So it was there were cactus at the base, so I couldn't get close enough to it. But I was like trying to reach over this.
Yeah,
I was trying to get to land, but it was just like it was just starting to fall. And I was like, ah, shit! It's like landing. Sorry, I don't have a choice. So yeah, but we were able to grab it before it fell into the mesquite because that would have been a pain in the ass, literally. So yes, it was pokey. Yes, it was pokey. Very much pokey. Something I definitely don't want to do again. Learned a lesson. Got extra batteries. I want to say probably at the time, I think when I shot that one, I think that was my original battery. Like I think it was my first. Anyway, I digress. So I will show that very quickly. And bring that up. I'm going to mute myself, and then I'll mute you, and then I'll pull us off screen. Okay, this is being really weird. It's not letting me remove from the screen. Why is it not letting me?
Wasn't me.
Oh, there it is. I found it. They moved the button slightly.
Oh, lovely.
us back up here. There we go.
Well, that was pretty cool.
I mean, it was okay. Um,
That was amazing. I mean, I don't own a drone, so it's not like I have anything to compare, my own work with.
mhm.
But that was fantastic.
Yeah, no, it turned out pretty good. I wanted to do more with it. It just in the time constraint, I didn't have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
So, but I was gonna say I did want to show this. Let me mute it. This no, it's not this one. It's the reverse of it. I wanted this one way down here. One of these somewhere. Here it is. That's a reverse clip. And I actually hesitate on it because I had to gauge. I wish I could have showed the clip without the damn thing on it. But I slightly hesitated when going upwards on it
Yeah.
because I usually have Jen as a spotter here, because this particular location is dead smack center overlapping two heliports, like private heliports, so not
Oh,
like.
crap.
And there is a unmarked private airport nearby as well.
Oh,
So
dang.
meaning they fly, they don't have a tower or anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's just a grass. I went and looked at it. It's a grass field. Because sometimes you'll see hangars out there, and you'll know it. Like you can find out what they're broadcasting on, in order to see about alerting one of the local towers to let you know you're going to be flying in the area.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that. That wasn't available to you. So I ultimately I never saw a plane. I did hear one, so I just kept my distance, like at lower altitude for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But never really ran into. But the thing is again, so generally have Jen to help with the spotting here, and she wasn't with me on this round. I don't remember why, but let me see here.
Hey, let me. I need to. My browser has crashed. Audio is working, but the stream has
Oh, I see that.
died. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hang on.
Join back in. All right, so I'm just gonna talk to myself here. Do 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 do. Yep. Yep. Hi, Jen. Oh, Will joined. Will joined the room. All right. There we go. You're moving again. All right. Let me.
There we go.
Here we go. So, that power line is right there.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you didn't wing that thing, because I imagine that would just make the drone be very dead.
Yeah, and it's not my property.
Oh, yeah, that's also important.
Now, mind you,
that.
I do have insurance. So if something were to happen, I have
Okay.
insurance to cover my ass. So that's not a terrible thing. I do get that just on the safe side, because a lot of the now, mind you, when I used to do this, I don't do it as much here. Like I said, I kind of did it as a favor.
Yeah.
But when I used to do it a lot, I used to shoot multi-million-dollar homes for real estate agents many years ago, and so I definitely was like, "Yep, covering my ass on those."
Yeah.
So
that would suck to burn somebody's house down inadvertently, or anything at all that costs any money, because oh my god, I don't even want to think about that. Oh my god.
But so
that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, no, it came out pretty good. I got my marker was fine. Like I just found a point in the way, and I know, okay, I need to elevate at this. If I'm moving at this velocity, I need to start increasing my vertical velocity at a certain point, so that way I knew I could cover it. But I hesitated, and then I did it, and then I realized, because it's one of those things you just got to commit to it. You just can't.
Yeah.
And so I hesitated. So I got a little closer than I cared to admit, but yeah. Overall, I think it came out pretty decently. I think
it looks really good.
I think it has some good shots.
I like the strip club that they have in their backyard there.
I know.
I
I'm
know
glad I
that's
was,
I know that's structural support, but
but still.
come on.
What I'm hoping that they will do is I'm hoping that they will. Come on, where is it? Yeah, because this is. I'm just going to play it because it's so short. Yeah, so there's like this little house area here. I assume they're going to turn into something else, but
Yeah.
this is the building. So this is the next two shots are in the building. So this
Yeah.
is the building, and then this one is the top floor.
Okay.
And so what I assume they're probably going to do, and I hope they would do, is put like wood around it to make it to like a pillar. Because otherwise, you're just going to have kids hanging on it. But yes, I
Oh
thought the
yeah.
same thing that you
Yeah.
mentioned there. Um, uh, but yeah, this is underneath. So I guess that
Okay.
column hits right at the middle of those two I
Okay.
beams there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's and the mat's covering up a um a door. Um, and so I'm one of those people that I don't like the dark,
Yeah.
or not the dark, but like unknown spaces, or anything that has to do with water and mechanical stuff. Um,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
yes. So like I don't mind. I'm okay with oceans. I'm okay with lakes. But if there's something mechanical underneath the water, scares the shit. I can't do it.
Sub
Dams, not a
sub
big.
submechanophobia, is that what that is?
I think it's something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I can't do that. So I open this thing up, and it's a big well, and I'm like,
Oh.
nope. And I drop it and
Oh
walk away.
God.
I think what it is, it looks like a rain collector. So there's all the
Yeah.
they drop down into it, but I was like, it's just a freaking hole in the ground with no like ladder. I don't remember. I don't think there was a ladder. I
That.
just don't remember. I was like, nope. I
Oh
closed
yeah.
it
You're
up.
you're still not going down in it.
Yeah. So I covered up and I asked him, I was like, "Do you want to leave the mat there, or do we want to remove it and just see the panel?" And they're like, "Covered up." I was like, "Okay, cool." So there's this random floor mat in the middle of the room.
Nice.
Um, but I mean, very nice. Honestly, it's looks great facility. I really hope that they do end up going through with it and raising the money to do it because um,
And what do they do here again?
they are a kids. Uh, like they're an educational kids. Like I think it's like a can't think of what it's called. It's I, I don't even know.
Like a youth camp or something like that?
No, let me. I don't even know if I can pull up the website. I don't even know if I remember it. Um, I can't think of what is Jen. If you're here, can you help me here?
Yeah,
I think
Jen.
it's like a starts with an M.
Monastery.
Not monastery. Monastery. So
Montessori, Lindsay said.
Montessori. There we go. I think they call it a
Ah,
Montessori school.
okay.
I think
I,
that I
I,
I could be completely and utterly wrong.
I'm gonna have to look up. I've heard that term.
I think it's Montessori.
I'm gonna have to look.
I got it right. Google figured it out. Montessori. Montessori is a method of education in a system of education for children that seek to develop natural interests and activities rather than use formal teaching methods.
Okay. Okay.
Because they did want me to highlight, like, they wanted me to highlight the trees and they wanted to give the effect of their kids playing amongst, like, nature and stuff like that.
Because
So, like,
I remember you said you were doing a school, but I was
mhm.
watching this whole time and I was thinking like, where's the school? Like,
Yeah,
but this makes sense if it's like a Montessori school where you've got
yes,
like in-house facilities in an open area, and yeah, I
yeah.
get it. I get it.
So yeah, ultimately they're going to be, of course, while there's like these little different house pieces on here, they're going to be converting those over to whatever
Yeah.
um, classrooms and stuff like that. But like, yeah, like there's like this. Most of these are either cedar or oak, so which was nice to see, not just cedar, um,
Yeah.
but actual oak trees on a piece of property, which I thought was pretty cool. Like these huge oaks here.
And
Um,
oak that's not dying of oak blight either.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, pretty nice area. But yeah, lots of space.
That is cool. That
Yeah.
is really cool.
So yeah, that was that there. So, yeah, so pretty much that was that. So, unfortunately, we don't have much to show other than that, and that was a kind of a cop out for me, at least.
But
Um,
I don't have. I have like a couple of photos to show for what I did instead, and you were there for it. So
True. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to share it, I think you can hit the share button there.
yeah,
Gives you
let
the
me
option
open up.
to
If I can open up an image here.
either share screen or share video, which I realize you probably don't have a video, but
Oh, son of a. Okay, well, I know what crashed Chrome because I just did it again. Um, I'll be right back, and then I'll explain. Hang on.
okay. All right. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and queue up our wheel of names.
Returned. Okay, so I know it crashed Chrome, and it was because I was trying to drag an HEIC image out of my downloads folder into a preview window, and I dragged it across the Chrome window to get it there.
Mhm.
And the second that image file brushed over into the Chrome window's like focus, Chrome just died. Like
Doesn't like
audio
those
audio
HEICs.
worked great, but the image just locked up, and I couldn't change tabs or anything. So, all
That's crazy.
right, share. I understand. Civ 5, go away. Hang on, I gotta do Mac stuff real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like allow the privacy and bullcrap like that.
All right, I have to quit and reopen Chrome again. I'll be back in a second.
Yes. Good old Chrome. All right, let me go ahead and finish getting this set up. I feel like this is not the right wheel. Oh, wheel join. I really hope we can get that detail.
All right, share. I understand.
All
Window.
right.
Share. So, I don't know. Can you see the barn
Oh yeah.
thing?
There we go.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Yeah. So there, thumbnails. There.
By the way, you missed a spot there.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
That's intentional. I have to go back. I have to go back and put flashing there. I
I
know.
know, but joking.
Hang on. Let me.
It looks great though.
No, thank you. The let me see if I can.
Your new tiny home.
Yes. Can I share a different? So that's the front
Hmm.
window. Yeah, here we go. So here is the other sort of an isometric angle off of it. So yeah, it's just it's a 10 by 12 shed. There's I would say there's not much to write home about, just because I mean it kind of is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Here I have an image of the inside, and it's full of crap. So let me share. Meh.
Let's see. Let's swap that one out. Go.
So it's got a bunch of ladders and leftover bits of stuff in there, and that will eventually, obviously, go somewhere else. But
How tall is it?
so
Like 12 feet?
those are it's about from the floor to the absolute top of the roof. It is about 10.5 feet. So those studs are not, they're not pre-cut framing length studs, which are, those are just like 8 feet on the nose. So these are just 2x4s, and I think their nominal length is like 8 foot 3 inches or something like that. And then from The incline on the roof is I think it's a 2.5 foot vertical rise. So it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 10.5 feet tall. Now, there's about another foot of elevation off of the ground. So really about 11.5 feet off the ground.
Hmm.
But that's about 8 foot to the top of the walls and then another 2.5 feet up to the top of the roof. So,
Gotcha.
and it's a 10 by 12, which is, boy, assembling that thing in my dad's shop, it looked enormous. And it felt
I
enormous
mean,
loading it
it,
onto the trailer.
yeah, like I mean, I mean, I remember it was tall. I mean, it's because I remember sitting thinking back and going like probably 12 feet on the sides and maybe another foot and a
Yeah.
half in the center.
It,
But
it feels really tall. It especially feels really tall if you're working and standing on the do not stand on this part of a ladder while you're working on it. So,
there's some how do you put it? Acrobatics, I guess you could say.
oh yeah, we definitely had to engage in some acrobatics to get everything kind of put together. So,
Yeah,
but no, I'm very pleased with it.
yeah.
It has worked out well. So the next phase is going to be wiring it up, which
Oh, and there is a little extra here. There, we did actually plan on shooting a time lapse of this. We thought about, hey, let's just collaborate because things didn't start
yeah,
working out, and we'll make a collaboration. We'll do some time lapse. We'll do some multi-camera. Yeah, that didn't happen.
nope,
We got there. Y'all showed up with the trailer like almost right after
minutes,
that,
minutes.
and it was
Yeah,
like, all right, I'll haul everything off.
and that train never frickin' stopped. That was just
No,
the gas
you
pedal
and your
got
dad
held
just
down.
kept going. Yeah, I know it did not stop. So there was no option to be like. There's a couple times I was like,
Maybe I'll
no,
do
I'm
it.
not gonna do it. Like I'm too tired.
No,
If I
I don't blame
stop
you.
and go get it, I'm not gonna want to continue helping.
And
So
I'm sorry if we just ran everybody into the ground on
I
that.
mean, I think that was the. I mean, not the purpose, but I think that was yes, a consequence of it. But it was we were still there to do that. So I mean, it
Yeah.
was not like.
Well,
Was it tiring? Yeah.
oh
I'm
yes.
tired because I'm out of shape. Though.
Same here. Well, and
Um,
I have
no,
to say this, and I know I've said thank you a number of times, but I will say it once again, very explicit for one very explicit reason. Um, Thank y'all again for coming up and working on that. For if no other reason than that got put up in a day,
mhm.
and it took two people actively working on it at all times and a support staff of like 6 people doing other shit all over the place. Like, if that were just me and my dad, that would have taken like 2 days of work just to get the damn thing put together.
Yeah.
That's
No, it
not
was.
that's not the trim or any of that. That's just putting the damn thing up.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I. Yeah, I imagine it would have taken y'all some time because, like, I mean, it was a lot of work. You guys were just going, going, going.
Yeah,
And I remember looking over at you, and you were like red. I was like, you need water now, like stat."
yeah.
uh,
I have a tendency of just sort of running myself into the ground and not really giving a damn. And I can't do that now as much that I'm getting older. I could do that 10 years ago. I could do it 5 years ago. I can't do it now.
yeah.
So my
Yeah.
hands,
For
they
some
don't
reason,
let me do that.
the following day, I decided to pull weeds in our yard.
Oh, how'd that
And
go?
that was my quads hurt because I found out when I pull up weeds, I actually use my legs to pull
Yeah,
up the and so that was
a
that
mistake.
hurt. And then yeah, and then the following day I needed to finish it up because I didn't quite get it all because it was just that clover, that bull clover is what was starting to grow in our yard, and it's like suddenly of course Jen's helping me, and yeah, so sore. Like, and then the following day I did it again. And I was like, oh, this was a terrible mistake. And I'm still sore. Like, it's just my quads is what's killing me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know I at least got a decent workout, for
Good.
it. But yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I'm super sore from that. Oh yes, Jen did mention that when we were putting it up, you were in jeans, and it was like
Yeah.
forking hot
Well,
outside.
I was wearing jeans because one, that's what I took down to like wear on the way back. I wasn't completely 100% intending on wearing those all day. However, um, one, my legs are real pasty and I didn't want them to get sunburnt. And two, I don't like wearing shorts, just on principle most of the time anyway. Again, my legs look like stupid. But also, I working around wood or metal or anything like that.
Fair.
I did not want to because I had already cut myself up in a couple of places uh, on my legs working
Yeah.
with shorts the last time I was down at my dad's doing that. So I just wore jeans until we got a lot of the main stuff up, and then yeah, I got too hot. So Jen is right. I was dumb for wearing them as long as I did, and I ought to be beaten for it. So I blame nobody.
All right. So of course this round, as far as we're going to move on to our spins here. So of course
Yes.
I thought about actually just redoing our spins, but I feel like that we've been giving ourselves too much time to actually complete that challenge. So
Yeah.
it's either going to be burned or maybe we'll reuse it. I don't know, but it'll be down the line.
Put them back. We'll just redraw.
Yeah. So if we get them, great. If not, all right. And then of course we'll also be drawing a secondary. So you'll have a secondary. So if for some reason that one doesn't work out,
Yeah.
they bail on you last minute, you can pull something up from that lower. Now the two wheels that we're going to be spinning here, the one of them is from the 1 to 4s. So if you get a 4, we respin. So 1 to 3s is kind of what we're looking for.
Okay.
So let me.
And the other one is the anything goes wheel.
Anything goes, yeah.
Cool.
So Chrome tab, this one. All right, I got to kick some of your streams real quick here, or your
Sessions that I've previously joined under. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, there we go. All right, so I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the all of them, everything one.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the lessons we should learn.
All right, so I'll just go alphabetically. So Ollie will go first here.
Go for it. Oh, what are we gonna get?
Oh, oh, I mean that is right on the line.
I didn't know if it was gonna draw or not, or if this thing's capable of that.
It's just barely underneath the line. I thought I was gonna get waffles there for a moment.
As did
That's
I.
actually. Oh man, I gotta clean the kitchen.
Well, hell, you do that like on a weekly or bi-weekly basis anyway. So
fair, yes, yeah. So, but actually, so yeah, I'll probably prep it at my parents, and then we'll put it in the smoker.
Cool.
Here at the house.
I just want to see to hell with the challenge. I just want to see you shooting video of you cooking barbecue. I want to see how this works.
Yeah, I might actually do that this weekend, and then because we talked about coming up there in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If I did it just right, if I smoked it maybe like Thursday, Jen says, let's get a brisket. Actually, that would probably be the plan. If we came up that weekend, I would just bring it up with us.
Ooh,
so
okay.
That might be the idea. So, well, yeah, we'll talk more of that later. So brisket for that one. So eat brisket. If not a brisket, I will probably do either ribs or actually chickens. Chickens is one of my favorite.
Nice.
But let me write down. Actually, I'll do it in the private chat so that I can remember here. So BBQ process. All right, and then the secondary one, which I'm going to switch over to this one here. And
what we gonna get?
And Jen saying, "Oh, bacon. Yeah, we did do bacon once before.
Ooh, nice.
That turned out really well. Yeah. Okay. So this is the secondaries.
All right.
So the backup plan. Damn, how long are we gonna spend for? There it goes.
Did you set this thing to spin forever?
Apparently, it's like
All right.
endless spin.
Traffic. Lens filters. Up. 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 Oh, yeah, time lapse. Oh, a road. Oh, baby.
Of
Okay.
a trafficked road. Okay, that's a very okay. I can't really get creative with that one, but I could figure something out. All right, so that one. Okay, so then now we will close that. Close this one. Let's see what we'll get here.
All right.
Oh wait, I should probably flip over back to this one here. There we go.
Let's see what we get.
If you get a trade again, god damn it.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's a hard one. You should see if you have an ACPS or whatever, ASPCA.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. God dang it. I may be preemptively invoking my
skip token.
Secondary.
What you can do your skip token and do your secondary.
Well, let's see what the secondary is. So it may be worse.
Another thing is there are animal rescues that do like reptiles and stuff like that. So sometimes you can find smaller rescues and I would just cold email some of these rescues in your area and be like, hey, this is what we do. Yeah. And you have the website that you can direct them to for questions.
My wife said something. What, sweetie? Well, he doesn't operate an animal rescue.
Reptile.
But that's not a rescue. He does like educational stuff. We actually do know somebody who owns a shit ton of reptiles, but it's not a rescue thing. It's a educational exhibit thing. So.
Well, I mean, still it has. I mean, but I'm assuming the animals that he gets, does he just buy them and then educate, or does he end up saving or rescuing certain animals that are in not great situations?
I honestly have no idea. I'm not like joking around. I honestly have no idea how he actually gets a lot of the animals.
Maybe worth asking.
Some of them are kind of exotic, and not like there's 3 of these in the world exotic. Just things that you don't normally find like in the U.S. And I think he's got like import licensing and stuff like that to manage all of that. But no,
there's a place just south of us that when we got our sugar gliders, we actually looked into buying it from them. But they also have other exotic animals that they've rescued over the years. So while they do sell animals, they also rescue animals as well. So and they have like literally like a zoo. You can come and see all their different exotic animals that they've rescued over the years from like bad situations or illegally owned, that kind of thing. So
well, and there's a Boston Terrier rescue that my mom got her old dog through. I may get their contact info from her and just shoot them, just cold email, like you said, see what they say.
And another thing to check with rescues is a lot of them have events at like pet stores and stuff like that.
Yes.
And sometimes you can just go to the pet store and shoot there with them and shoot some of the dogs and volunteers there.
I completely forgot that was a thing. That is good thinking, Matt. That is very good thinking. Why, it's almost as though you have experience doing this kind of thing.
It's so weird.
How odd.
All right, let's pull up your secondary here.
All right, yeah.
The forever spin of doom.
Oh, yeah, come on. Give me something I haven't already done. Which I think I actually have done a few things off of this, so.
Yes, we both have, yeah. And some of these are...
clouds. Well, no. Film a time lapse of what?
What?
Nighttime driving. Oh, can I do that one?
That's your own challenge too. I don't know what that is. I thought that was a 5. So
I thought that was a much higher valued one than. Hang on, I'm going to pull the note up.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
that has to be higher than just a 1 or 2. Um,
That's a 4.
it's
So
a
we
4.
actually, so 4 is not one you would. So this one is actually weird because it's only supposed to be 1 through 3s.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Spin that
And
wheel again. Let's see what we get. Yeah, I was going to say, oh, wow, crap. I'll just do that. That's fun. Set it to some Kavinsky music or some vaporwave. Oh, 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 oh.
airplanes. That's a good one. I like airplanes.
Okay. See, this actually pays off because there's a Naval Joint Reserve Base,
Yeah,
like ones of miles away, and I can just once again go back to my mom's, park the camera in her backyard, and just like all day long, like big old, you know, C-130 transport prop planes are always taking off. They do like
yeah.
FA-18 sorties on practice runs all over that
Nice.
area. So,
Yeah, there's this near the Austin Bergstrom Airport. There is a cemetery that sits on one end of it, and there's like even an open field that's near the fence, just past the cemetery, and you can
nice.
park right in the like in front of the cemetery, walk around, and be
Watch
right
the
there.
planes
And I'm
take
like,
off.
and have the
Yeah.
planes just coming in. I'm like,
God, that's cool.
perfect. That's like my plan if I can get in there without the security truck driving around and tell me to go away. Um,
Is it airport property or is it the cemetery?
I don't know. I'm betting it's airport property though.
Yeah, probably. Well, you
So
could.
it's still outside the fence though. So I mean,
Oh, maybe. Well, you could. At worst
I,
case, you could park yourself inside the cemetery and shoot
well,
from
that's what I'm saying.
there.
It's a small cemetery. Worst case scenario, I could be respectful enough of a cemetery and shoot around it. So I
Yeah.
mean, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's
Oh,
my.
they're dead anyway. They don't care. Jeez.
So yeah, that is if I ever whenever I get it.
If you drop it, yeah.
Yeah, there's some of the ones you've been recently getting. I'm like, man, I got a great idea. I want to do this one, and I've yet to get them. Uh, but yeah, so barbecue sauce, that's a difficult, not a difficult one, but it's more so it's difficult in the sense that I have to make sure everything is clean,
Yeah.
clean looking and nice looking in the house
Yeah.
because there are
Filming shit inside your own house is always a. Uh, like when I did the animal thing here, that was a oh shit, I got to spend like a day and a half cleaning so it doesn't look like I'm just a total slob and don't keep take care of anything. So
yeah. So yeah, no, that's I mean because ours is just cluttered. We have so many different gadgets on our countertops. I just have to pull those off and.
you know how many of these damn things I have lying around, Matt?
Yes, I have a little bit of a concept actually. But yeah, no. So yeah, so those will be so barbecue process for me or barbecue itself. Which I just thought of something.
What?
I might have another idea to do. It may not be me. I'll leave
Barbecue.
it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't say anything else.
Hmm.
If you're able to pull it off, great. I will wait to see it. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I think I've got an inkling of what you may be wanting to do, so I'm just not going to ask any questions. I will wait to see it, and with bated breath. So
Yep. And then of course the other thing, um,
traffic road time lapse.
yeah,
Right.
traffic go time lapse, which actually I think that might be actually around a level 4 one too.
I've got the note up. Let me look. That might be.
It's literally the one right before the one you picked.
It is.
They're literally right before next to each other. So
It is.
it is a 4.
It
So I
is a
need to
4.
respin on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respin.
All right. This one here.
Ooh, video someone in. Costume? It's costume, isn't it?
I swear to God.
Yes!
that's. I think that's still a 4 though. Hold on.
I think you're right. That might be a 5?
No, it's not a 5. It's these. This one's either 1 or 4. 1 through 4s. Which I will be a little more prepared next round. But
It's a 4.
cosplay. God damn it!
Respin, Matt.
All right, let's try this again. We'll eventually get it. If we remove enough, we'll eventually get it here. Please not video parade.
Construction
Site.
side.
That's gonna be an interesting one. I mean, I can do that. Actually, I can do a few of those. Okay, that works. So, here, construction.
That is a 3.
All right. I think anything that involves people or like planning something, it's either a 4 or higher.
Yeah.
Anything below that is easily like 3s. I think are anything that's not inside your home that you have to go somewhere to do. 2s are
Ones are just
inside.
anyone can do this anywhere at any time.
Shoot it straight up in the air. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Finally get those. Great. Awesome sauce. Now that we figured that all out. All right. Well, that's pretty much it we got. I mean, that was ironically we're at 47 minutes here, so
Yeah.
a little bit shorter than normal, a little longer than normal, I guess, suppose, than our couple other streams. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there was any other. I really should create an outline for these videos so that I can remember what I'm doing. There is a new comment.
Structure? What kind of bullshit is that, Matt? Jeez.
So, yeah.
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks. Alrighty. Well, that's pretty much all we have for this week. Of course, we will be back in 2 weeks. This one was done a little bit earlier than normal. Normally, we do it right around midnight, technically midnight Thursday, just due to scheduling. So we'll probably return to that soon. But yeah, hopefully if anyone got to see it, great. A little earlier. But until next time, we'll see you then. Hopefully, have a little more to show.
Adios.
Bye.
Sorry if your tacos are going to be soggy. Oh, I'll just heat them up.